It's the guy G Holy, and today we're getting into the top 9 Philadelphia, the top 9 most important verses in Philly history. This article, I feel like it just had to be written, you know what I mean? Because, Philly been on the map in a way, but it's like people kind of play with Philly. And it's like kind of like Detroit or something like that where they got spitters, but it's a lot of people who forgotten, you know what I mean? People forgot that Charlie Baltimore was down with Undies, or Eve was with the Ruff Ryders, or, Beanie Siegel, not him so much, but just like a lot of people, journalists that was down with Cannabis and doing freestyles with him at some point. So anyway, let's get right into it. Top 9 most important verses in Philly rap history. Philly is home of the most ferocious spitters known to man, according to everybody. References unnecessary. Rappers from the city of brotherly love have been shutting down cyphers and battles around the country since the 80s. Rocafella, Ruff Ryders, Death Row, Beat Club, Timbaland, and more all feature Philly gunners in the label's prime or roll with them in camp. From running the DVD era to ruling the YouTube era, which would eventually snowball into what we know now as battle rap, the semi-slept-on East Coast city is synonymous with bars. Let's go. Will Smith. Number 1. Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song. Will Smith had a run as a musician churning out hits like Parents Just Don't Understand and the classic Summertime, which apparently Rakim didn't write. However, it was Fresh Prince that would have Big Willie, pause, become one of the most recognizable faces on earth. To start this now syndicated classic TV series with the words, "In West Philadelphia," put the city on in a way never seen before. Actually, never seen again. Number 2, Beanie Siegel on Jay-Z's Do It Again. The year was 1999. The climate of hip-hop was shifting from super jiggy late 90s to the ultra jiggy early 2000s. Everybody was looking for one. Rap albums now contain more potential radio hits than ever. Then King Jay-Z, written Jay-Z at the time, was arguably the hottest thing smoking, coming off the gargantuan success of Volume 2. He was now back for Volume 3, literally leading off the lead single was the Broad Street Bully himself, Beanie Siegel. He did not disappoint, going toe-to-toe with the game's best lyricists for the world to see. Siegel held his own and solidified himself as the Philly savior. Sidebar, this was later said to be Siegel's record originally. Number 3, Freeway, What We Do, with Beanie Siegel and Jay-Z. Philadelphia Freeway's proper set-off, What We Do, can still be heard in clubs today, pre-corona, with partygoers rolling word for word with Free on this classic. Freezer kept the flag waving for the city, continuing the upward trajectory of Philly's presence in the music business through Rocafella. Number 4, Cassidy, Bigger Business. I got a large house and doghouse in my backyard, and even my doghouse got a backyard. The remix to the original Big Business saw Cassidy at bat versus icons Snoop Dogg, Baby, now Birdman, P. Diddy, Diddy then, P. Diddy then, Diddy now, Jadakiss, and even Ron Isley for attention on the track. The Philadelphia native came out on top, proving that the town had more to offer outside of Jay and Dame Dash's camp. Number 5, Schoolie D, PSK. If you are a 30-something who wasn't hip back then, you may have thought the notorious B.I.G. made this song from scratch. PSK, or Parkside Killers, representing the Philly neighborhood of the same name. Ice-T, who was often credited as the inventor of gangster rap, actually cites Schoolie D as the first gangster rapper. PSK's B-side, Gucci Time, was also lifted by Gucci Mane and Swiss Beats. Schoolie put on for the PHI, specifically West Philly's Parkside. Meek Mill, number 6, I'm a Boss, with Rick Ross. By 2011, Philly's representation in the music industry had dwindled to a low-lit flame. Enter Meek Mill. After running the local scene for years, bouncing around a bit and affiliating with T.I. for one release, Meek found a home at MMG. The impact of I'm a Boss featuring Rick Ross, its visuals highlighting the city's bike life, and Rose crowning Mill franchise player put a stamp on the game from the new generation of Illadelph. All rejoice, from South Philly back to Uptown. Number 7, Spado, Yeah That's Us, with Gilly the Kid and Ab Lava, Bianca and Bump J. Yeah That's Us entered the Billboard Rap Singles charts at number 2 and earned ASCAP's Song of the Year award for 2001. Spado bombs first. Yo, listen here, Playboy, we gonna get that dough. A verse previously released as part of a freestyle with some flip words. When Tone died, it left my mind in a twist. He let me know I'm worth more than some diamonds and Chris. Was now, yeah, that's us at the bar with the diamond and Chris. The independent powerhouses had now put on for the home of the Sixers nationwide. Number 8, Eve, What Y'all Want. In the mid-90s, with the introduction of Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown, the city that houses the Liberty Bell had Bahamadia buzzing with her classic single, You Know How We Do. Eve, who got her start around that time and her break towards the turn of the century, would be Philly's next-gen female representation. Track 3, Ruff Ryders Volume 1, What Y'all Want, a solo cut from Eve to set the tone for her debut album, Let There Be Eve, Ruff Ryders' First Lady. On this, Swiss Beats produced track, its accompanying video, She Shine, going directly on to be one of, if not Philadelphia's brightest star of the times. Philly streets, they raising her right. And finally, number 9, Reed Dollars, Touch It Freestyle, DVD. Before SoundCloud rappers, there were YouTube rappers, an offshoot of the DVD era. Philly wasn't the only city recording local artists rapping on city blocks, but is the most influential and arguably the first. Reed Dollars' diss to Joey Jihad and D Jones is a highlight. What up, Jonesy? Along with Jones's own Big Dog Yard verse. Cheek Raw in the Alleyway and Magic's On Eam, amongst others. The reason Reed was chosen and not those verses, there's a direct correlation between Dollar's energy on that track, along with Cassidy versus Freeway, and the Smack DVD battles that would turn into the URL Battle Rap League. Reed put on for the underground. And there you have it. Top 9 most important verses. It's not the top 9 best verses. It's not the top 9 most influential verses. These are the most important verses for putting Philly on. Noticeably missing is My Part of Town. My Part of Town will be on, it'll start number 1 on part 2. So when we do part 2, My Part of Town will be number 1. I did not forget My Part of Town. But other than that, I think y'all going to be surprised at the next version of this. But this is the top. This is the top 9. And shout out to everybody, man, who paved the way for even an artist like me, man. Everybody on this list. Will Smith, Beanie Siegel, Freeway, Jay-Z, all these dudes, man. I mean, not Jay-Z, but yeah, all these guys. So yeah, man, jump in the comment section. Let me know what I missed. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like. I'm here for all of it, man. I ain't tripping. Whenever I'm on the mic, it's a conversational piece. You know what I mean? It's a back and forth. So feel free. And make sure you subscribe so you can get every notification. You know I'm coming. I've been, at least consistent enough to where you can see, nah, he ain't playing. You know what I mean? If we're not doing that, we're doing 5 to 7 uploads a week. That's it. You already know. G Holy from gholy.com. The guy G Holy, you already know. We out of here. Philly.